إذا ما قالني ربي أما استحييت تعصيني وتخفي الذنب عن خلقي وبالعصيان تأتيني. Welcome back, everyone, to another video. Today I want to talk about how to get your business license, investor's license in the UAE. So the first step, of course, you have to create a license. Come up with a name if you don't have one. Once you come up with a name, then you'll need to converse and speak with an agent here in the UAE that would access the system and put your chosen business name in, and to see if it's already registered. If it is not, then you're good to go, and he will register the business for the license. The name for you, and after that, you will proceed to pay for your business license after the consultancy session. Where the agent will let you know which license you need. You will have to inform him, of course, about your business, what you plan on doing, and then he or she will let you know what industry you should be entering. So there are basically like 4 main industries here. You have industrial, you have commercial, you have e-commerce, you have service license, and yeah, those are the main. Oh, and trade. So it's 5. A trade license. So your agent will consult you on which field your license should be in and which free zone will be best for you, or if it would be best to get a partner, a local partner. With the free zone, though, you will have 100% ownership. With a partner, a UAE partner, Emirati partner, which is a local, he would have 51% of your business on paper. You can sign a waiver stating that he has no he has no part in like the shares, like he can't take any of the money, but that's a legal document that you would have to specify in the court when you go and register with your local partner. The difference is in the free zone, this is just a side note, in the free zone, you are restricted to the free zone. You are not allowed to sell to the mainland, and you're not allowed to open up a shop in the mainland, like have a shop on the street bearing your business name and the public comes in and out. No. The free zone, you have an office, you can have your business online, you can reach out to customers, meet with them, things like that. You can sell, if you're selling, you can sell through a third-party vendor like Amazon, or like other people who have set up e-commerce platforms for you to sell your things on. They are directly connected, I believe, to the government, to the mainland, or maybe not. But as long as you are not directly, like hand-to-hand cash, that's what I mean by directly. The only mainland businesses are allowed to have hand-to-cash transactions with the public. So with a local partner, you would be able to get a shop on the streets, whatever that shop is, or open up whatever you're doing on the streets, and have people walk in, and consumers walk in like this. Okay, so, but there's a lot you can do in the free zones. They have warehouses available. They have everything set up that you need. If you're industrial, you would do all of your industrial trade, e-commerce, whatever, on the premises of the free zone premises that they have all over the UAE. Now, your agent, he will advise you on which free zone and which emirate is is most fitting for your particular business. That's why consulting is very, very important, so that you can iron out all of the details that you would need. The agent would need as much information from you as possible, so that he or she will know what activities to put on your license. This is why you need assistance coming in. Uh, after you decide on a license and decide on your industry, next phase is to pay your money. So if you're outside of the UAE, you will pay your money through Western Union, bank transfer, or whatever to your agent. Okay, he will register your license for you, pay your fees. You have government fees you have to pay. You have agent fees you have to pay for, and then the license fees that you would pay. And once that's paid for, then you would get. Oh, sorry. If your license has visas, meaning like you're going to become a resident or you want to hire staff, then first and foremost for yourself, the agent would apply for the entry permit for you to come into the United Arab Emirates. You have 60 days to come in to the UAE, and after the 60 days, then the document would expire. If you came here on a business trip and you met with the agent, you came here on a visit visa, right? Then, or a tourist visa, and you paid for everything inside of the country, he would still apply for the entry permit, but what would happen is you would have to leave the country and then come back in to activate for the government to know that, okay, this person has arrived under this business license, is activated, is now registered in the system, and then you can go on to the next phase, which would be getting your fitness test, your medical test done, which is basically a HIV test and hepatitis B test. They want to make sure you don't have either. If it is found that you have either, then you will be deported. You have to leave. You won't be granted anything. I'm not sure what happens after that, if you get your money back. I'm not sure, because I don't know anyone who has gone through that. But I need to find that out, actually. So anyways, next, after the fitness test, so you go to the clinic, you have to give them your entry permit, a copy of your license, your passport, and you pay for the test. You get your test results back maybe in about 2 days through SMS. After you get your test results back, then you go to another typing center, which is like a notary. It's like a government authorized notary. You go to this typing center, you give them your clear medical test, you give them your passport, you pay your fee for your Emirates ID. That's what the typing center is for. You are now going to process your Emirates ID. So once you pay for the Emirates ID at the typing center, your agent should also be applying for your visa sticker. Okay? They're supposed to be applied for simultaneously. Once that's done, you'll get an SMS in maybe a day or two stating that your application has been approved to apply for your Emirates ID. Then you will go down to the Center for Identity and Citizenship to take your fingerprints and your picture for your ID, for your Emirates ID, Iqama. It takes about 2 weeks to process, maybe a week and a half, something like that. And then you'll get a P.O. box. Every license, I forgot to mention, every license that you get, investor's license, comes with a P.O. box so that you can send mail and receive mail. Because you're a business, of course, you need this. So you will get your Emirates ID sent to your P.O. box. And you will pick it up from the central post office of whatever emirate that you got your license in, whether that's Ajman, whether that's Sharjah, whether it's Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, Dubai, or Abu Dhabi. You will get an SMS stating when to come down. Your Emirates ID is ready. Come and get it. You pay for a 3-year Emirates ID, and it is to be renewed along with your visa every 3 years. The renewal is not as expensive as the initial, So the next phase is What's the next phase? Yeah, that's it. That's it. We provide consultancy for those who want information on or ideas, strategy, advice on what businesses they should do. Of course, for a fee. We charge per half an hour. We have a group, a WhatsApp group, as I mentioned before in another video, called Hijrah Emirat. And every sister who had joined, who was already on the path of coming to the UAE, they needed consultation. I spent about 2 days with each new sister who came, because everyone's circumstance was so unique and different. There's not a one-stop shop for advice for every single person. Everyone's situation and circumstance is different, and the dynamics will be different according to your family's circumstance. For example, if you have a husband who is not the father of your children, your paperwork, your circumstance, what you need to apply for, and the knowledge you need to know is going to be different from the person who has a husband and they have children together. Or the single person, the single couple who has no children, is not, their paperwork and their information is not going to be the same as a person who has one child. The person who has one child is not going to be the same as the person who has 5, 6, or 7 children trying to come here, or the man who has more than one wife or 2 wives. The dynamics vary vastly, and your information is going to be different, and the steps that you need to take in order to come here. Strategy. It takes strategy that I will be able to help you with, because my family, we have 4 children, but the ages of the children make a difference. Also, the dynamics in everyone's circumstances are vastly different. They are. And you need advice based off of tailored advice based off of your situation. Everyone's situation is different. And I'm glad that I had the pleasure to working and talking with those sisters to know that, okay, each person's advice is different, People who came here, who were already living here, who we were conversing with, they're not Americans. They're from different countries like Sri Lanka or India. Their children were born here, so we came here with children who are way past school. I mean, and up in school age, close to graduating. Our advice, if we had gotten any from anyone, would have been different. Those people couldn't help us because their children were born here. Okay. And it's different visa situations are different when your child is born inside of UAE. It's a more smooth transition versus a person who comes here with children. You have to apply for certain things. That's a lot of rules involved, a lot of things involved. I don't want to sound scary. I don't mean to say a lot of rules involved. The rules are different. The steps are different, very, very different. And you wouldn't know, you wouldn't have the knowledge of it on the outside. I don't care how much research you do, you would not have knowledge of the steps until you are faced with it. So that's why I'm offering consultancy sessions for many things surrounding business, advice, and strategy to get here. It can be done. You just need the knowledge. You need the right methodology. You need to make informed decisions. And we are here to help you with that. So please ask any questions that you need to in the comment section. If you have any experience with coming to the UAE, especially as an expat, if you came here to work, please share your experiences related to the steps that were taken, because I have no knowledge of that. I've never worked here before, and Saudi is not UAE, so I will not speak without knowledge and talk about my Saudi experience, because it's not the same country, and the countries are vastly different with their procedures and how they do things. So please, if you are a person who came to the UAE and you are working here, please explain to those who may be wanting to come and work here, what should they be expecting from recruiters, from submitting documents and things like that. And if anyone wants a session, then please contact me or leave a message in the comment section, and I will arrange for you for us to have a session. Like I said, I charge per half an hour, but I would assist you and would love to assist you as much as possible. I would like everyone who is able, which everyone by the permission of Allah is able. If you have money, you have an able body, you're able to go. Regardless of what your circumstances are, work it out, fix it, ask Allah to aid you, and you can make it. But the UAE is open for you, and you have someone here that will assist you by the permission of Allah. And I ask Allah to grant all of you success, those who are seeking to leave Dar Kufr to Dar Iman. That He give you a makhraj and aid you, assist you, and make your transition easy and smooth. Ya Rab. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next video.